Earlier this year, my girlfriend Dot asked me to help plan a trip back to Ireland with her big brother Gerry. A single ticket, I inquired? No, apparently we had to bring him back as well. There was only one snag for this rare family reunion. Gerry Baxter, who hadn't been back home in 30 years, couldn't fly. Presumably after losing his pilot's licence while drunk driving on a mobility scooter around the sleepy streets and narrow unpoliced lanes of St Peter's and Thanet. With that in mind and undeterred, it was left to me to organise a step-free, wheelchair-friendly, no-flying expedition over land and sea for Dot and Eamon to take their brother Gerry back home to the Emerald Isle. All I needed now to make the trip extra budget-friendly were the 3 little numbers on the back of Eamon's credit card. The epic 1,000-mile round trip from our new home in Broadstairs was to involve 1 fold-up wheelchair, 2 taxis, 4 trains, 1 ferry, 1 hire car, and several gallons of Guinness. To compare our mission with another famous comedy travel movie, this was more like trains, walking canes, and disability lanes. The first leg was a local minicab to the station, and then the 82 miles from Broadstairs to London St Pancras by rail.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly. Calling at Stafford, Crewe, Wilmslow, Stockport.
A crowded and congested wheelchair walk up Euston Road left us with 3 more rail connections: Euston to Crewe, Crewe to Chester, and Chester to Holyhead. Making a distance of 371 miles. The ferry journey also gave me time to brush up on my homework, studying the words to Irish rebel tunes in case of an impromptu sing-song in the pub. A taxi from our ferry to the hotel meant we were now 450 miles from home. An overnight hotel stop in Dublin meant we could all down tools with the first day's travel over.
Gerry, so they've sorted you out for the full body scan just in case you're carrying drugs.
Okay, mate.
Yeah, you don't mind that? It's a strip search and a rather nice sexual experience, right?
It meant smoking breaks for Gerry and Eamon and allowed an evening beer session to be factored seamlessly into our outward journey. Organising trip logistics for the inebriated as well as the immobile takes a special set of skills, which I just happen to have acquired over many years as a delinquent travel blogger, drinking from the cultural drip tray of international dive bars. Suitably refreshed, watered and fed, we picked up the hire car in the Irish capital the next day, allowing us to complete the 70-mile trip north to the county of Westmeath and the Baxter homestead of Finea, population 317, very soon to balloon to 321 by the time of our arrival. At crucial points we lost sat-nav signal in the narrow country lanes, stopping to ask some startled locals for directions. We eventually managed to reach our destination in a couple of hours, despite a few small manageable detours. Talking of Irish songs, each of the 32 counties in Ireland has its own dedicated tune. From Dublin to Belfast, from Cork to Donegal, but being right on the border of Westmeath and Cavan, the tiny little parish of Finea gets its very own name check in a beautiful ballad called Come Back Paddy Riley. In the song, Peripatetic Paddy is directed home to nearby Bally James Duff by taking a left turn at the picturesque bridge of Finea. The bridge dates from around 1650 at the time of Oliver Cromwell, when Ireland was in essence still an English colony and part of the emerging British Empire. It occupies an historically important and strategic crossing point between the provinces of Leinster and Ulster, being as it is the only road crossing between the counties of Cavan and Westmeath. And what a beautiful spot for the Baxter clan to call home. Having unpacked, it was time to hit the boozer. Word travels quickly in these remote parts, and news that the Baxters were in town, one of them with their own credit card, saw the pub fill up rapidly. It meant they were able to catch up with old friends, neighbours and workmates. Most importantly, to meet with their eldest brother Jimmy over a beer. It was the first time that brothers Gerry and Jimmy had met face to face in nearly 3 decades.
I know sure enough when fortune has come to my call, the grass it grows green around Bally James Stuff, and the blue sky is over it all. In tones that are tender and tones that are rough, I'm whispering over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Bally James Stuff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me. My mother once told me that when I was born, the day that I first saw the
With Gerry home for the first time in 30 years, Dot's ultimate dream for the trip was to try and get all 6 Baxter brothers and sisters together at the site of their childhood home on the Red Road, Castletown, near Finea, and more specifically, to find out if any of them were worth any money. Jimmy had been living at the old family house before being rescued and taken in by Eileen and Steve, as they completely renovated and extended the 2-bed Baxter cottage. A huge thanks to both of them who adopted Jimmy, took him into their own home, and still look after him like a family member. While on our way to see the family house, we took a detour and paid a visit to Plunkett's Pit, the brickworks where the 3 brothers Gerry, Jimmy and Eamon had worked. Between them, the Baxter brothers had given more than 70 years service in sweat and blood, with the eldest Jimmy working 40 years at the plant. Jimmy, whose job it was to drop the cement powder into the mix, is still affectionately known locally as Jimmy Press the Button.
I've seen we got a couple of job application forums for the 2 of you.
Don't know the house now, visit the house now. You know down again, down below and
With all those big flashy saloon cars arriving, it was beginning to resemble one of those gritty TV drama drug deals at a remote location featuring dodgy looking people with so few teeth it looks as though their tongue is in jail. While we were there, we played the generation game, where the eldest meets the youngest. Jimmy greeted the newest Baxter clan member, David and Vanessa's son DJ, his great nephew and Dot's 6th grandchild. The arrival of Jimmy to join Dot, Eamon and Gerry meant that there were now 4 of the 6 together to get the reunion party going at the family home. After leaving Plunkett's, we headed for the Baxter cottage. Just at the start of the agricultural rush hour. Waiting at the house, we were hoping that Philip and Pauline would arrive and complete the family group at the Baxter Boreen where they had all grown up. First to arrive was sister Pauline to make 5 out of the 6, but Philip, who was travelling up from Kildare, was nowhere to be seen.
Hello Pauline, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you a lot. How you getting on, Chris? Alright, Chris. Nice to see you again.
With no mobile signal in this remote part of the countryside, uncontactable, we just had to wait and pray that he had got the invite and would make it while we were all there waiting in anticipation. Dorothy revealed to me that the house had been inhabited by the Baxters as far back as her grandparents, who had raised her father Philip there after he was born in 1906. So the house had been in the family since the late 1800s. Finally, eventually and to great relief, Philip arrived to complete the family set of brothers and sisters.
I saw your messages. I'm sorry. I was driving and I was like, I know.
The Garden of Eden has vanished, they say, but I know the lie of it still. Just turn to the left at the bridge of Finea and stop when halfway to Coot Hill. 'Tis there you will find it, I know sure enough, when fortune has come to my call. The grass it grows green around Valley James stuff, and the blue sky is over it all. In tones that are tender and tones that are rough, I'm whispering over the sea. Come back,
How you doing, Greg?
Paddy Riley.
I'm not so bad. Nice to see you again.
James stuff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me. My mother once told me that when I was born, the day that I first saw the light, I looked down that street on the very first morn and gave a great crow of delight. Now most newborn babies appear in a huff and start with a sorrowful squall, but I knew I was born in Valley James stuff.
When was the last time you were here,
I
Philip?
smiled at them all. The baby's a man now, he's toil-worn and tough, still whispers come over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Valley James stuff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me.
Print that thing and your name was on it. Yeah. You had it in the car. Yeah.
I do see you're on Facebook as well.
The champagne corks popped, and they all took a tour of the newly renovated bungalow. As well as the individual and collective joy of seeing all their brothers and sisters together, there was a memory in every room, a recollection in every corner, and stories of endless summers in the surrounding fields and roads.
So, Pauline, have you got any childhood memories from here?
We used to go fishing. We used to go fishing. Used to catch
Pinkies. Like any memories?
Loads. Well, I'm trying to remember the house, the old house.
Yeah.
But I can't visualize it.
We'll send you the pictures of the old house. Yeah. We'll send you the. You know that lovely one that's all done coloured in blue when we came last time?
Yeah.
We were all here before it was all changed.
That's right, yeah, before it was renovated, yeah.
It's just
Wonderful, they made a lovely home.
absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Most importantly, it fulfilled Dot's deeply personal ambition to both bring Gerry home and get the whole family together for one memorable photograph at the Baxter cottage. A poignant image, the highlight of the reunion, to bookend the Baxter family photo album, because as we all know, reunions are so much more treasured than funerals. And the most remarkable element of this special reunion was that Dorothy had been sweating over the arrival of Gerry's new passport. Unfortunately, it never arrived in time. So Gerry made the whole trip on his local Broadstairs bus pass. These days, it's not very often that a story about an undocumented migrant arriving on a boat has a happy ending.